credit card. Yeah. That's not default. Right. Yeah. Who's the second speaker? You. Where is he? Where is that? Oh, check. Can you hear?
Test, test, test,
Oh, we're talking.
test, test.
Oh yeah, it's working now. It's working fine.
Check again.
Test, test.
Yeah, okay. This to you.
Okay, let's go. I'll introduce him.
Let me just add that slide back. No?
Okay, guys, we are back. We already fixed the issue. So, up next, we have Theo. Theo is the founder of Real Fun, where he teaches coding for beginners, and actually, he's an NASA space app local in Sarawak. And actually, we're going to open, hopefully soon, a user group there. So if you want to help with the community, do let us know if you want to volunteer. So I'll pass it to you from here. Theo, where's Theo? Okay, Theo is here. I'll pass it to you from here.
You need to just for this one, just clip this on as well.
Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me? I noticed the mic seems to be on and off a little bit. So I look different from the photo, is it? That's why you cannot recognize me? True? No? Don't dare to say, huh? Don't dare to say. All right. So it's working? Is the mic working? Yeah? Okay. Cool. No, it's fine. All right. Can I have my slide coming up? Okay. So a bit of perhaps before I start, let me have a show of hand who are from Sarawak. Oh my God, nobody? Nobody? Okay, interesting. I'm the only one then. So I'm from Miri, Sarawak. So do you know where's Miri? Obviously, yes. Sarawak, yes. Which part of Sarawak? South? Southern? Huh? Miri or Sarawak? Huh? Okay. It's a northern side of Sarawak, yeah? So it's a very, very big state, and it's next to Brunei. Have you been to Brunei? Or anybody know Brunei, by the way? I hope you know Brunei, yeah? So we are next to Brunei, okay? Oh, thank you very much. So I'm from there, and tonight I was asking Kaushik, like, what do I need to share, yeah? But I think what I'm gonna share is, so he was telling me like anything, right? Just share anything. So I'm gonna share my journey or my experience in cloud then, yeah, as well as AWS. So before I go into sharing that, and let me make sure I can press. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's me. So I'm based in Miri, Sarawak. So I'm founder and director of Real Fun Center. So what we do is we teach coding for kids age 8 to 17. You know, making sure that they become the problem solvers of tomorrow. And besides that, we are also stamp delivery partner for the state government of Sarawak. So we deliver programs, competitions, workshops for the community, especially in Sarawak. Okay, so we organize competitions like bug crushers, where we get the primary school students as well as secondary school students to solve bugs. Right? Anybody who are programmers here, coders, programmers? Wow. Okay. So you know you see a lot. I mean, you will face a lot of bugs, and what we do in that competition, bug crushers, is that we give them a program that has a lot of bugs where they have to solve it within, say, 1.5 hours. Okay. So that's one of the program, and this year we are able to do it nationally. It's a national program. We also do another program called Girls Code. So the Girls Code is focusing on getting girls age 10 to 17 to become a tech entrepreneur. So what they need to do is to come up with mobile apps, as well as understanding who are the users that they are solving the problem for, which community, and how they can perhaps make it sustainable, right? Whether it being a non-profit or social enterprise and so on. So they need to figure out as part of that program. I'm also part of the chapter ambassador for Technovation Malaysia. It's a global program, similar like Girls Code, to empower these young girls to similarly become the tech entrepreneur. Okay, so back to what RealFund does. I, besides being a founder and director, I'm also an IT consultant for a company that's based out of Guam. Anybody know where's Guam? No, it's in the middle of nowhere. If you Google it, find in the map, it's literally right in the middle of ocean. So it's a very, very small island, and most likely if US get bombed, that will be the island get bombed first lah from Asia. Yeah, because North Korea is the one that always say, hey, you know, that's the island that I'm gonna send bomb over. But anyway, so I'm an IT consultant, so helping the business to implement systems for gas station, right? Those petrol stations that you see, the card machines, the POS machine, and so on. I'm background in mechatronics engineering, so not to the extent of mechanical. So mechatronics still involve a bit of programming. In fact, my whole final year is all simulation, programming, MATLAB, and so on. So that's my background. I'm a certified business analyst professional. And as mentioned by the MC, I'm the NASA Space Apps locally, which I'm wearing the t-shirt now for this year. So this is the third year. Have anybody participated in NASA Space Apps Challenge? You have. This year? No, long time ago. Last year, yeah. So I remember KL have NASA Space Apps KL even before COVID, right? And then after COVID, they stopped, do a bit of online, and then they stopped last year. So we started 3 years ago. So we do it statewide in Sarawak, where we basically get the participants to solve a challenge that are posted by NASA. And basically, you know, when they get, if they win as part of a global winner, so they will get to go US headquarters to visit, which is one of the activities this year in March. So the team who won the global winner in 2021 get to visit NASA headquarters this March, and we hope to get another global winner this year. So back to myself, chapter ambassador. I'm passionate in education and entrepreneurship. I'm a father of 2 boys and a girl. My girl is the youngest one, 6 years old. All right, enough about me. So my story of cloud started back in I guess about 6-7 years ago, where I took over a client's project where they host their Django app, REST framework on Heroku. Have anybody used Heroku before? Yes. So that's how I get exposed to the cloud platform, right? And then I find it very easy to use, you know, just upload things, push it in from GitHub to Heroku, and then starting this year, I think, I start to get charged. Man, I always look for free stuff, by the way, including hopefully my trip to here is free also lah. Okay, so I always look for free stuff, right? So Heroku provides that for a couple of years. You know, we deploy a lot of apps on it, and then until this year, they start to get charged. Firebase, I also use that for client projects, for example, authentication, use it for hosting. I mean, the simplest one is web hosting, right? Similar like GitHub, which some of you may use it as well. So these are the very easy to use platform that I get exposed to cloud. Then after that, I start to learn how to use Google. All right. So I start to create servers. I start to link up the network, try to link up the domain in there, start to host my WordPress website on it. Because obviously when you first sign up, how much they give? Free? 400? I thought they gave 300 ringgit, and now you get for the 400. So again, free stuff lah, huh? So I sign up, get the free credits, host it. After a year, I get charged again. So I need to figure out a new way to solve it. But anyway, started Google Cloud, created the staff, server, and so on. Not too difficult, looks easy, although it is a bit more difficult than Firebase and Heroku, but still manageable. A lot of YouTubes to follow and stuff like that. So that's Google Cloud, right? And then it started to charge me. I have to pay all the servers, and then I have hosting so many WordPress website on it. Then I start to go look for different platform to host my WordPress website again, right? So I abandoned Google Cloud now again. Then my friend joined AWS. So I said, hey, AWS give a lot of credit, Why don't you join AWS also? Come, start something in AWS. That's where I come to AWS. So what happened? So when I first logged in AWS console, oh my God, where do I start? I'm totally lost, right? I honestly, I totally lost. Okay, if you follow my journey, right? I started with Heroku, I started with Firebase. I personally feel the interface a bit simpler lah. Again, no complaint to AWS. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing feedback. Okay, but again, my point is when I first log in, oh my God, how to start? How to start? And then at the same time, I hired 2 interns to come to my company. I asked them to do some projects to do migration from Heroku to AWS, right? Because I hosted a Discord bot also. I hosted a Discord bot in Heroku. Said, Heroku charging me like, can you please move to AWS? Because AWS giving me credit, So I move on. So I said, okay, what should I do? Okay, so I go and check. Oh, I create an organization in AWS. Added my credit card in there. Why you laugh? Why you laugh? I wonder why. Oh, I added my credit card in there. So after like a month or two, my intern start to explore this and explore that. Oh yeah, I mean, good learning experience for them, isn't it? They had never learned that in uni. They have never learned like how to use AWS, how to use cloud. Definitely a good learning experience for them. So I asked them to create an account and then link it to my organization with my credit card in there. Oh yeah. So I heard there's a lot of AWS credit, I go and find, cannot get the credit. And then now everything charged into my credit card. Initially, I thought I can save a lot of money. Now I spend a lot more money. And the worst case is what? Because I don't know what happened. I'm still trying to figure out this one. Every month I'm getting billed. Okay? Then I go into my console and check what services are they running. None. Zero. Hey, what happened? I'm paying for nothing. In my console, no EC computing, no DynamoDB, no load balancing, everything zero, And then yet I keep on getting invoices. Alamak, what happened? I go and find out what happened. Then I ask my intern, I have no idea. So in the end, we found out basically it's from their account because they tagged to my organization. But if you imagine, if I use Firebase, because we are under same kind of project, at least I can see what's happening. If I see something abnormal, I go and turn off. Don't charge me. But here, I have no power at all under that organization because I cannot see anything. I cannot log into the account also. I'm stuck there. every month basically getting bill to pay only. Yeah. So that is kind of my experience. Yeah. So I asked my intern, hey, can you guide me? Because my console really nothing, Can you guide me how to access the computing, everything that you have set up? So guide me. No, really nothing. So in the end, she has to share her account to me. Then only I see, and some more, my SpaceApp account in Singapore region, and then another WordPress, another Django app in another region. So I have to keep on switching my region in order to see the services, I cannot see everything in one page, If I see that, hey, why there's another thing in there, then found out it's actually in another region. But anyway, just a feedback, just a feedback on AWS. Again, it's probably me who new to AWS. That's why I don't know, right? So there's still a lot of learning journey for me as part of AWS. But just want to share with you. But ultimately, what I wanted to highlight here is that cloud deployment is still something that I feel it's important. Okay, especially who's university student again? Yeah, some, yeah. So I interviewed the intern, I interviewed the new staff, and then I said, hey, can you show me the projects that you have developed? Hold on, sir. Let me start up my machine first, Or let me connect to my local host, and then I sit there and wait. All right, but what if you can do all of this and host it in a platform so that immediately, right, this is what I did. Prove that you are able to deploy your solution to the cloud. Prove that you have the projects that are substantial to your future employee as well, right? So I feel personally, this is definitely something need to learn for everybody, not just university students, but also when we look for future jobs. At least I can showcase immediately what are the projects that I've done. Yeah. So is my sharing too short? I think this is my last slide. Yeah, I think this is my last slide. So that is my journey of using cloud and shifting from Heroku to Firebase to Google Cloud to AWS. But to be honest, I'm still using all of them now. Okay, I'm not using just one, but I'm still using all of them because ultimately Heroku for me is still easy to use. I just need to click a button, turn on. Okay, my Discord bot is live. I was trying to do that in AWS, trying to figure out, cannot. After I deploy the code, I thought the EC2 is running already, but my Discord doesn't show it's online. So, but anyway, probably some setting issue lah. But again, what I'm trying to say is that I'm still using all of them, especially like Firebase. I find it easy to host static websites, helping the students to learn how to deploy the websites that they have created to host on Firebase and so on. So, moral of the story, learn all of this that you can, be flexible, and I'm sure there will be more things to learn. And I just heard about Bedrock, which I don't know what is that. So I need to learn again. All right, thank you very much. That's all.
Do you guys have any question for Theo?
Yeah.
I think it was really fun, engaging session, man. Anyone has any question for? Okay, we have
you have.
Yeah, I actually don't have a question per se. I have something I want to share.
Yeah.
So not against AWS, right? But
Sorry, Kaushik, I started.
so if anyone of
If you can just take
So yeah, not anything against AWS, but we like free stuff, right? So many of us know Oracle has a cloud. So for Oracle Cloud, right, they do provide for end of this thing, 4 cores of ARM processors, 34 gigs of RAM, 10 tera egress, 200 gigs of block storage, and 10 gigs of object storage per month, and free managed Kubernetes. So if let's say you know how to link multiple Kubernetes clusters together, you can basically create a really, really big Kubernetes cluster for free, which is what I'm doing with my own project. So yeah, that's for sharing.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So similarly, all cloud providers have the same. So you have an AWS free tier that you could use, and maybe you could use that. What's that?
AWS team should pay attention
Great,
to this
okay.
conversation.
He was not here, so we'll let them know for sure. But yes, so certainly there are there for that. Mark here is ensuring he Googles it and he finds the right value for you. What is free in the free tier? All right, over to you. Well, I think you have.
My challenge with the free tier is somebody is using that free tier, which I don't know.
You switch the
Because of the connected account, they use the free tier hours 750, which I have no way to turn off anymore. You can just ask them to just create their own account and then so that's why that's the learning there.
And then especially when you do multi-tenancy.
Oh. Okay.
Did you manage to find the free credit?
So?
I was hoping that I could get something right.
I know, I knew it.
Okay, guys. So next we have Bate. Bate as well. We know you from the meetups, right? We've
Yeah.
been together for a long time.
Yeah.
We have a lot of support currently. Captain, maybe now you will share actually. I didn't know about this project just now. I was telling me about this program, so maybe you share about that. So I'll pass it to you from here.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I was being told that I should prepare 45 minutes, but I see every speaker is giving lesser time, so I will do a lesser so we can go back earlier. But yeah. Okay. The clicker, no? No,
1
okay.
minute. I'll set it up.
Okay.
Everybody can introduce yourself.
Okay, so anyways, I'm Vendic. You might know me in many positions, but I'm AWS Cloud Club Captain today. Yeah, the pronunciation is so hard. Cloud Club. Okay, I'm going to share about what is the importance of cloud exposure for students specifically, and also maybe for business people. And after that, I will share my journey in the cloud specifically. So the technical is working on it, so we will just wait for a while. Okay, I wanted to know, I know there's a lot of hands like raising up just now for the students. So, and how many of you is in AWS Cloud Club? Hand raise, 2, 3. Yeah, for students, you should join. Yeah, because just the insider's news, right? If you are members, everyone will get a swag. Like seriously, only for students. So sorry. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, PDF. Oh, it's not
Don't
okay.
look at the PDF now.
So this one. Okay. All right, cool. So cloud computing, right? Yeah. So it's like computers in the cloud now, or no? Right? So basically, cloud computing is pretty easy. I was there when everything like, when I start learning cloud computing, I thought it's something very complex, but eventually it's just that as long as you have internet, that's where cloud computing is working. So eventually you're using cloud computing every day. When you turn on your phone, you get a like meeting notification that's connected to the internet. They know your calendars and all this stuff. So that's basically cloud computing. You go to search something, ChatGPT, right? So it's pretty simple, the concept itself. Okay, remember back then when we are having MCO due to COVID, what happened back then? We can't have physical contacts. We can't actually present in a place physically. So what happened is everyone actually adopts cloud computing, where we use Zoom call, Microsoft Teams call to have daily chat or WhatsApp call. And eventually the time we are using communicating on the apps, everything is basically cloud computing. So that's why cloud computing is so important these days, because it's already part of our life. Yeah. All right. Okay, so exposures to students. Cloud basically means collaboration, like very, I would say not 100%, but almost 80%. Because eventually on the cloud, you can work together. Let me. It's fine. Okay. Guess I need to move far and over this. Okay. So collaborations, you can work with everything there. Communications, like what I mentioned. Yeah. And a glimpse of concepts. So for students, eventually when you start learning cloud computing, no matter what platform you are on, best if you are on AWS, right? So you can get to know how does all of these industry solutions is being built, how is it being deployed, how is it being run. So you kind of get the concept that if I want to have a sign-ups, I actually need a database to store everything and all of these things. So it's very important for you to learn, even though you just learn the, I would say, non-technical concepts like the theory, but it's really something good to know because everyone is using it. Okay, and experience. So for students, if you are already learning, you definitely need to try it hands-on because that's where you will face a lot of different problems and you can solve it. You can try to get experience through it. Once you step into the industry, everyone is using cloud, so you can adopt it immediately. And when it faces like similar problems, you know where to fix it. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically that. And yeah, many people doubt this, like you do everything in local, but because you don't need to pay everything. But it's really good, like what Theo mentioned just now, right? You have a deploy, you can show people that you know how to deploy it. That's really good. Okay. Okay, so how it begins for my journey. I actually thought the reason why I should, okay, I'm studying bachelor degree in software engineering, but the reason why I picked computer science as my education is because I thought it's just doing Microsoft Words, Microsoft Excel, because that's what I learned in primary school, secondary school. So I picked it because I think I'm good at it. Yeah. So it's a big hole, but I'm glad that I'm here now. Okay, I started learning. Okay, just a glimpse is that everything related to cloud computing, I started in my uni, but as an employee in my university. So we actually have a department called CTI that they are actually adopting AWS a lot. I think AWS partner, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So which I'm also very lost, like what you mentioned. When I open the panel, because this is my first cloud platform that I ever touched in 2021. So that time I just get to know that computer science is way more than Microsoft Words and Microsoft Excel. I actually need to code. And in March, so I learned HTML, CSS in January, and in March I get a job in my uni. I start learning all of these things. And I'm very lost because AWS, I would say is generally really good, but you have to have a very clear developer mindset, I would say. Because when you're looking at it, you don't know what is all of these categories, where you should go. So yeah. Okay, so this is my journey. March 2021, I joined APU as their part-time R&D. It's called Research and Development part-time, where I get to explore everything on AWS because they are using it, right? AWS, and I'm in charge of the team that use Atlassian. So if you don't know Atlassian, it's basically Jira of those to-do and project management, help center. You can actually do it on Atlassian cloud. And yeah, Atlassian is much more easier than AWS at the time. So I start to learn AWS, but I have been assigned to the department that handles Atlassian. So that's where, the fact is, when I touch AWS, because it's my first one, right? I don't know what is going on, what shit is there. So basically, I kind of want to give up, but eventually I touch Atlassian so I can start to getting a glimpse of what is happening. When I go back to AWS, I actually love it. So after then, in May 2022, I joined Infront Consulting. So they are a consulting firm that is working for, like, when clients come to us, we build system for them, or like data pipelines, all of these things, where they are actually using Azure. Yeah. So that's also where that built my understanding in cloud more, because they have a lot of free credits due to the fact that they are Microsoft partners. So they have free credits. I have free vouchers to attend all those exams. So I get to know a lot of things there, which is also a good thing that built my skill in cloud computing. So when it comes to AWS, I'm more familiar to it, more comfortable in using it. And June 2022, I started working on all of those certifications because my company has the voucher. So why not I give it a try? So yeah, that's basically it. And end of 2022, I actually get to know AWS user group. And this is my first event that I joined. If you recall, it's last year. Wait, is it this year, start of the year, or end? I get to know end of the year, but this is the first user group event that I joined. Yeah, they actually give a cap, like what they are giving today. Yeah, okay. So, and after then, I started to join a lot of meetups. Okay, AWS user group, most likely you will see me all the time, most of the time, I would say 90% of the time. And in August this year, I have been appointed as a AWS Cloud Club captain. I go through the application, everything. And fun fact is that we have another captain here. Yeah, Yung Hao there. So I would say, things that is happening here is that Cloud Club in Malaysia just started this year, and we only have 2 captains, which is us. Yeah, we are in the same university. Okay, so yep. Okay, what's community achievements, right? Okay, AWS Cloud captain, and the other one we don't talk about it here, but you can see. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, and credit badges. Yeah, I have a lot of credit badges, and yeah, this is my most proudest achievements, I would say, solution architect expert. Yeah, I would say the exam is pretty easy, but when it comes to hands-on, it's hard. Yeah. Okay. Okay, how and where to start? Let's say AWS, right? It's very hard, right? A lot of things. The console is like very developer mindset when I'm looking at it. Yeah. There's a lot of places to start. So as of Cloud Club, everyone can actually access this. Okay, don't just scan the QR because I show you a QR, right? So this is official Cloud Club GitHub page that they actually list all of the specializations and what you should do in a beginner level, intermediate level, advanced level. You can go through the learning process of each of it. Okay, I leave it for a few seconds. I have four links to share. Yeah, and after this link sharing, I think my talk is also ending soon. Then we can go back early. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay, AWS Skill Builder. So this is where you can actually learn more about AWS. This is like one of their official path to learn, and you can eventually spin up some workshops that you can explore the AWS without in no cost. So it's pretty some good shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, AWS Academy. This one is much more, let's say, inclusive, because you need someone inside to open the course for you, which then you can get a credit badge for each of the course that you have. And fun fact that we are actually having an AWS Jam in APU, where each of the participants that participate, they get to have this course for free. We have someone opening for them. Yeah. Okay. And AWS training. So this is where you can explore all of the digital trainings, of the hands-on classrooms that they stated. And so it's something similar to the what I showed previous, but this is more like the library of everything. So you can get to see what you should do to prepare for specific certifications, let's say cloud practitioner or stuff. Right. Okay. So yeah, so this might be me if I'm preparing for AWS. The reason why I haven't taken AWS certification because I am not being sponsored yet. So yeah, everyone wants free stuff, right? So yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all. And this is my socials if you wanted to connect. And if you are okay with it, you can fill in the survey so that my community manager is happy, right? Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's all for my sharing. You want yes.
This one asks you like, is there a requirement to join the club captain?
Okay, so for the requirement, you definitely need to be a student. Yeah. So you need to be a student. You need to have at least 1 year, if I'm not wrong, to still be in the university. And it will be more, you will be having more potential to get it if you are already proficient in AWS. Yeah, because eventually in the application itself, you need to do some paragraph writing to answer some questions, right? And also, you need to record video. You need to explain one of the AWS services. I pick AWS Lambda because they say I can't pick S3. Too many people is doing it, so. Yeah. Okay. Right, cool. Any more questions or? Okay, cool.
Thank you. Three presentations, talks, and inputs. And now to something I think you all are waiting for is the early bird winners. Right? So we had announced that the first 10 people who come in have some special swags. So what the swags are, the first three members get some premium swags that we had done. And then everyone else get 50 USD worth AWS credits. All right? So now for the winners, if I could request each one of you to come in. Thank you for coming in early. I think it was in like 5:15, 5:30, so I think big round of applause for him. Can we have Esther? Is Esther around? She's with you? All right, so maybe you can just collect. Thank you. Then we have Noor Shami. Zainab, are you around? All right, there you go. We had a huge crowd coming at about 5:30. We had a long queue right down there. So yeah, thank you for that excitement. And if you could all have the rest of the team, How Hui, Ren Kaisia, if you can just step in. If you see the name, please come over. So we have some giveaways and the codes. So all the members who are there listed, we have a sheet with Anirudh. Please give in your email ID and we'll have the codes emailed across to you. Yeah, to each one of them. Thank you, Raj. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Maybe you can have a group photo here. And other winners as well, David, there any, if you could join in for a photo? David, where's David? Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool.
And okay. Yeah, one second, we'll take one with the group. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So with this, of course, we are coming to a close, but we do have swags for everyone. So while we end it, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you for showing the support and encouraging all the organizers here who are here. And please continue to do so. We'll be having the monthly meetups every month. Follow us on Meetup, which is here. You can see the link there. You can follow us, and that's where we notify about our meetups. And as we mentioned last month, we will be having our recap. So what recap is basically a summary of all the important announcements that will happen at reInvent. So reInvent is starting next Saturday, going through over a week at Vegas. So it's a 1-week event, and we'll summarize all of that, bring in all the juice in, and share that. And we would like to make it as big as this one. So thank you, everyone, for joining in. Before we move out, so this will be the close of today's event. Before you move out, please collect your swags from the right-hand corner of the room, of my right. And right after that, we'll just move out for another group photo on the stairs that you see at the end in the pantry. That's where we're going to take a group photograph. So please help yourself. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night. Thank you.